Hello, it's Nikki. How you doing? I hope you are doing well. I would love to talk today about relationships. And this has been something that has been a consideration and a great source of gratitude, I guess, throughout my whole career. And I often go back to starting out. I didn't know anybody in the industry. I didn't really know anybody who lived in London. I very much felt that I had to figure it out. And fortunately, even though I would say I'm an introvert and sometimes I get a bit nervous about going to places, speaking to lots of people or things like that. I mean, that's something that you learn as you get older. But I learned very early on to ask questions and to really follow my heart and follow my instinct and be open to learning every step of the way. And the person or the people that you want to be, you may not see in your immediate circle. And so it's very important to seek those people out. Now, you may not have a mutually connected relationship with these people. These might be people that you listen to on a podcast, or you watch their videos, or you've read a book, or I don't know, you've watched their Netflix series, or whatever it might be. But they connect something with you. You feel seen, you feel heard, you feel like it's possible, you feel like they were like you too. And that has been really interesting, first and foremost, because there have definitely been times where I've sat in on a Friday night reading a book that I can't put down. And some people might think, oh my God, this is probably before I met Matt and all sorts of things. Like, wow, she's a bit of a sado. She's not got loads of mates going out on a Saturday night or a Friday night. Like, I do have a lot of pals. But going out and getting smashed is not always the thing that I want to do. And there have been times where sometimes other things have taken priority. I wanted to build that relationship with that person through the means of that book, but also build that relationship with myself. Another thing I want to talk about is the fact that relationships change. And really giving that time and space to how those change. Because at all times, you may not be able to continue being the person that maybe you were 6 months ago. Or maybe you need different interests, or maybe you want different interests, or maybe a life circumstance has happened that you need to seek out support in a different way. And really being attuned to that and asking yourself what you need is going to be really useful. Another thing that I want to talk about is trust and integrity. Now, I really take these things very seriously, especially in terms of confidentiality, in terms of my clients, being the person that I say that I am. I heard this a while ago about making sure that your word and your action is very close together. And I love that because there are so many people in this world who say they're going to do something, or they're definitely going to do it, or they're thinking about it, and it never, ever happens. And so sometimes that means me saying less, like I'm not going to say, oh my gosh, we should go for lunch. Like that would be amazing, unless I really mean it, because otherwise it's just hot air. Otherwise it's just something that, is hearsay until it actually happens. So I'm very deliberate about my word and my action and making sure that I've got the time and space for this. Also, learning boundaries within relationships has been difficult at times because perhaps like me, you are that person who wants to give all of the things and do all of the things. And sometimes people are not necessarily playing by the same rules as you. And this is the final point I want to make on this today, is give yourself the grace of time and space. It can be very easy to be accessible all the time on WhatsApp, in DMs, Nikki Roby is online, etc. And we all feel that we can access people anytime that we want. And therefore, if we feel that, and I'm probably being as guilty as this as well, is that if we feel like we can access people, then we deserve and we need an answer straight away. Now, as you are building and continuing in your life and your business, giving yourself that grace of time and space is going to be really important. Because there are going to be some things or some circumstances, some decisions that are going to be more than a yes-no answer. There's going to be nuance. There's going to be consideration. There's going to be negotiation. There's going to be pauses or reflections or editing as you go. And I would say be very clear about who you are in the world and when you're on and when you're off. Because if you don't establish those things for yourself, nobody else is going to establish them for you. And so wherever you can, really make sure that you are clear on your terms and your conditions of how you want to do life. And gift yourself the gift of those stock phrases. So sometimes I will say to a client, thank you so much. I've got your email. I've seen it. I'm out all morning in sessions or wherever I am. I will give it my full attention when I'm back at my desk. Rather than feeling like I have to do things in a scrappy way, it's very, very clear. So that person feels heard and so do I. And I would like to invite you, after today's episode, to really look at that relationship, not only with the people that you work with, that you interact with, that are in your life, but that relationship with yourself. And make sure that it is as nurturing and as uplifting and as energizing as it possibly can be. Thank you so much for listening. As always, it's such a treat to have you. If you have liked today's episode, I would love it if you would like, subscribe, rate, review, all that kind of good stuff. That would be excellent. And if you would like to book a pick and mix session with me, please do let me know. hello@nikkiroby.com/sessions. That's my email. hello@nikkiroby.com is my email. And the session link is nikkiroby.com/sessions. All right. Have a lovely day. Whatever you're doing, that's a chair falling off. Here we go. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.